Super Bowl 31 on Fox 2.
Today, video cameras are everywhere. We bring you the pictures they've captured. Sometimes it's serious, sometimes it's funny, but it's always real TV. A day at the races turns into a day of terror, and cameras roll on all of it. Cops are bashing this car because someone's locked inside the trunk.
Are you okay?
Tourists aboard a cruise ship record an unexpected visitor. The earth moves and takes along everything in its way. Plus, we'll show you why these people are partying. Whatever you do, don't blink. It's time for real TV.
Hi, I'm John Daly, back with more of life's most amazing moments caught on tape. We begin in Seattle at a high-speed boat race. The designers of these boats are always looking for ways to go faster, to push it to the limit and then some. Our Michael Brownlee has the tape.
It's one of the most spectacular crashes in hydroplane racing history. Boat racing has been in Ken Dryden's blood for most of his life. He hoped a revolutionary boat would give him the edge to win the Seattle Seafair Hydro Race.
The boat was designed to never blow over.
With powerful turbine engines, blowing over is the biggest risk in hydro racing. In another Seafair qualifying heat, driver Chip Hanauer has an accident in the Miss Bud, heading into quarter one. But this crash pales in comparison to Ken's unbelievable liftoff. In his last chance to qualify for race day, Ken and his crew push his hydro, the Miss Elam, to the limit. A camera crew on the shore focuses on Ken's boat as he vies to qualify for the final heat.
We came out of the corner and started down the back chute. We were running about 160 miles an hour. We hit a couple big rollers there. The boat just accelerates off the water, and it's like taking off in a fighter jet.
The hydro launches nearly 100 feet in the air.
Your initial reaction is, this is going to hurt. I know this is going to hurt. But and then you start tucking your hands into your shoulder harnesses and getting ready for the impact. The impact is just like falling off of a 10-story building and hitting the concrete. And when the boat hit the water, you see the front of the boat severed, the driver's cockpit actually split right in front of my hips. They actually had to get the rescue divers down, grab the front of the cockpit, rotate it back around so they could free my legs and get me out.
The crash destroys the boat and mangles Ken's body.
I busted 3 vertebrae in my back, and I busted both femurs, a fib and tib in my left leg, right ankle. Actually fractured my left ankle also. I was in pretty bad shape.
Doctors put Ken's body back together with metal rods and pins. He couldn't stand or walk for 4 months. Right after the accident, his crew shows him the spectacular crash.
They brought the videotape right to the hospital and says, you got to see this. Unfortunately, it pretty well stopped my driving career. The back injuries just won't take the pounding anymore. I often wonder how I made it out alive. And a lot of people tell me, boy, you got really lucky. Somebody was with you that day.
The boat that is out there.
It's that spoiler on the back of the boat. It looks like the tail of a jetliner that kept the hydroplane from flipping over totally and killing Ken. Well, cops respond to an unusual call in our next tape. Strange sounds are coming from the trunk of a car.
Do you have a tire iron or anything?
There's no flat tire on this car, but there is something going down. And this police officer is determined to find out what it is. So is a freelance cameraman. Despite the force of his swing, the window won't break. He goes for the side window. And he's inside, but so is someone else in the trunk. The trunk is open. And stuffed in a space barely big enough for a set of luggage is this poor woman. With difficulty, she is lifted out. Police question her. The woman tells cops a male friend shoved her into the trunk when she refused to accompany him to a local sex club. Angry, he slammed the lid and went alone. Someone heard the woman's screams and called the cops. Now the police escort her to the sex club where she identifies her so-called friend. Police take him away. Maybe a night spent behind bars will give him an idea of what it's like to be locked up. The guy is charged with unlawful detention. Well, now, home video of something unusual happening on a cruise ship vacation. As our Sabila Vargas tells us, passengers knew something was wrong when they saw a helicopter hovering over the ship.
It's a vacation that suddenly went wrong for one man. Now his life hangs in the balance. Lynn Busher and her husband Lloyd join a group of friends on an Alaskan cruise.
We had a wonderful trip in Alaska. The weather was great, just fantastic. The ship was beautiful. We had good company.
The cruise was all they hoped for. Great food, lively entertainment, and stunning scenery. To capture the beauty, Lloyd takes his video camera aboard.
I took it along to see if I could get some good pictures of whales floating by.
4 days into the cruise, tragedy strikes a couple celebrating their 53rd wedding anniversary. The husband has a heart attack. The ship's doctor stabilizes him and then calls for a Coast Guard chopper.
I noticed that something was happening when the helicopter stopped and hovered.
We heard it before we saw it. And we looked out, and he was hovering over the ship right out from where our dinner table was.
As the helicopter hovered over it, the ship kept going at the same rate of speed. It just stayed in one spot up there, just like it was hanging from the ceiling and no wind out there. It made me feel rather strange because I got to thinking, if I was in that basket, I think that would give me a heart attack.
Despite his feelings, Lloyd keeps a steady hand on his camera. He continues to shoot the rescue from his dinner table.
I was frightened because this was a big man. They had trouble getting him into the copter because there aren't enough men to lift this man. As I was watching him videotape it, all I could think is I hope that he gets a good tape on this.
As the gentleman was raised back up into the helicopter, everyone clapped and applauded and hollered, yay. I was glad to record it because the family has appreciated it. It was spectacular to me.
The man today is getting along fine, and he is home and feeling pretty well.
You've got to admire Lloyd's steady camera work in that last tape. Well, the cat on our next tape must have really wanted to be on real TV because this kitten barricaded itself in the chassis of a TV news van. It worked. Here's the tape.
I found a little black fur ball.
Some fur balls will do just about anything to get their 15 minutes of fame.
And... oh, I see the eyes. Hi, kitty.
Up front.
It seems a Tulsa news crew at our affiliate, KJRH Channel 2, was covering another story when a kitten climbed up inside the news van. Some kids saw their adventurous kitty's bid for fame and asked the crew to look for their pet.
We're going to get this cat out. I hope this truck is not needed.
When the crew couldn't find the feline's human family followed the crew back to the station.
Ow! Yeah, he's alive and he's kicking.
That's how the station's chief engineer ended up on his back doing kitty rescue work.
Come on, cat. We're trying to do this for your own good.
Getting one of Blake's best sides here.
After removing the gas tank cover, the kitty was ready for her close-up.
I got it.
Be careful. Be careful.
I got it.
Be careful. It's all right, kitty. It's all right.
Ow.
I got it. I got the head.
She was obviously a little cranky, waiting so long for her debut.
It's all right.
By the way, her name is Lucky. And thanks to our affiliate KJRH in Tulsa for sending us that tape. We'll be right back.
Still ahead, rare footage of a giant mudslide. And we've got the tape of the neighbor who doesn't act too neighborly. If it's on tape, it's on real TV. We'll be back in a moment.
Try the easy way to use Downy, the Downy ball. Just toss it in.
Easy does it, only Downy does it.
The spin cycle opens it, then Downy flows into the rinse.
You're gonna love it.
The Downy ball.
Come on in.
Here, honey, drink your orange juice. There you go.
Finally, in health news, the American Cancer Society reports that along with a healthy diet, drinking more Florida orange juice may actually reduce your risk of some cancers. Hey, how about that? Well, that's news up to the minute. Updates on the quarter hour. It's now 23 minutes past.
Your purchase of Florida orange juice makes possible a donation to the American Cancer Society.
Get a headache, and you could take 4 Advil in the course of a day, or you could take 6 Tylenol. On the other hand, you can take just 2 Aleve. Says so on the label. It's your choice.
Aleve, all day strong, all day long.
Who left the freezer door open? It's minus 20 degrees, and that cold's gonna cut right through.
You better get ready to do some serious shoveling. You're gonna need to dig your way out of this.
It's opened up, and it's pouring out there, folks.
So you better cover up.
All January, enjoy any of these 4 hot home-style meals for just $3.99. Rotisserie chicken, meatloaf, chicken pot pie, or chicken Caesar. Come on, experience the warmth of real home-style food for just $3.99 at Boston Market.
I haven't seen anything like this in years.
Everyone wants a quiet place to get away. Here's one within driving distance. The new Camry. Thanks to a new level of sound-absorbing technology, including a special alloy in the steering wheel to reduce vibration, so the only thing you feel is good. The new Camry. Quieter, smoother, better than ever.
You've probably noticed all of these commercials about yeast infection treatments. They talk about how effective they are. Even so, if you read the labels, you'll notice there's only one 3-day treatment that comes in the comfortable cream form most women prefer. Femstat 3. It's the only cream out there that treats in 3 days. 3 days? There is no better cure without a prescription. And what could be better than that?
Femstat 3, the cure that fits your life.
You're watching the show you help produce every time you bring out your video camera. It's real TV. Now, back to John Daly.
Welcome back. When a mudslide hits, it usually does so without warning. That makes this next tape all the more compelling. It's a sight rarely caught on videotape. A real-life mudslide. It happened in Manizales, Colombia. Watch and listen to the earth roar as it rips its way to the valley below. Cameraman Jose Albero Giraldo records every devastating moment of the slide, even when it devours many of the homes below. Its terrorizing trip through town paves a violent path of destruction. Watch this light post get knocked over like a toothpick. Eventually, the mudslide comes to a slow and silent stop. Well, it's not the mud, but a nasty neighbor who chases people away in this next tape. If you're going to walk by his house, better wear a raincoat. If you think your neighbor is a pain in the you-know-what, well, take a look at this guy. And if you think there's even a small chance you can reason with him, forget it. Even this TV reporter gets a wet reception when he and his camera crew try to make peace on this small side street outside Sao Paulo, Brazil. Right now, the problem seems to be that the neighbor from hell has a pack of attack dogs that keep dining on passersby. This man points to the scars on his leg from one hairy encounter. And this man's wounds are still fresh from his misadventure.
Often he stays out in the backyard, calling us names.
The man's dogs are ready to pounce at any time, especially this bruiser.
What the hell does he think he is? He ain't the owner of the world, the SOB.
Strong words, but these people are fed up. Whatever happened to love thy neighbor? It's all-out war now. This woman is fighting back. She runs a pole through the hole in a wall of his house. He grabs the other side, and it becomes a tug of war. The reporter tries to put an end to this madness and begs the man to come out and talk.
What's the cause of all this? Let's negotiate. Let's talk. Do you want to talk? Come out. The dogs are attacking everyone.
He uses some choice words to decline the invitation. Frustrated, the reporter calls the cops. A crowd gathers for the showdown. Police arrive. The man seems a little intimidated by the prospect of jail.
Can you keep the dogs inside under a leash? If you want to, you can settle this later in court.
The neighbor from hell finally backs down. He says maybe his dogs were a little aggressive. Maybe he shouldn't pour water on people. Okay, he tells the police, I'll think about it. We don't think time is on his side. And we'll be right back.
Still ahead. They bite, and they're poisonous. So why are these people celebrating them? The answer in a moment.
Gina's expecting romance, but what she gets...
Come on in here, boy, so I can give you some love.
...is shenanigans. Catch a brand new Martin Thursday on Fox. Brand new episode. Cool. Same bad attitude.
You know, I'd hang with you, Regine, but hell hasn't completely frozen over yet.
Living Single, it's a Thursday thing on Fox.
Feld Chevrolet, no payment for 90 days.
At Feld Chevrolet, the 96s are out and the 97s are in. No money down, guaranteed lowest prices, and no payments for 90 days.
97 Lumina, 0 down, $285 a month. 97 Cavalier, 0 down, $194 a month.
Oh, the red hot dealer.
Feld Chevrolet, St. Charles Rock Road at Lindbergh.
This page from the Super Bowl record book is brought to you by the Casino Queen.
Super Bowl 26. The Redskins and Bills set a record for most combined pass attempts in a Super Bowl with 92. Who broke it? The answer after this message.
You want to know what luck is? I'll tell you what luck is, man. Luck is being able to hop around fast enough so that some human doesn't catch you, take one of your feet, dye it purple, and stick it on a keychain. That's luck. Wake up, people. Fuzzy mammal toes are not gonna change your destiny. Hello?
The Casino Queen. We know what floats your boat.
Uncle Leo. He hated pink.
Super Bowl 29. San Francisco and San Diego took to the air one more time than the Bills and Redskins, making 93 the new Super Bowl record for most combined pass attempts. For the 94 49ers and Chargers, a page in the Super Bowl record book.
Stop everything. Hold it right there. Before you go one step further, break for steak at Applebee's. And don't miss one juicy, tender bite of Applebee's sizzling house sirloins or Cajun marinated Bourbon Street steak. There's spicy steak burritos, crispy steak nachos, steak every way you want it. So whatever you're doing, wherever you're going, stop and break for steak at Applebee's.
America's favorite neighbor, Applebee's.
Hi, I'm Jan Demas with the Gundaker Realtors Better Homes and Gardens Home Showcase TV show. Make sure you join us at our new time.
10:30 a.m. every Sunday here on Fox 2.
A big part of aviation history in this country is the dirigible, or blimp. Today you see them hovering over sporting events. But until technology was perfected, there were many setbacks. Here is some incredible classic reel TV as newsreel cameras document the blimp's painful beginnings.
Most people think the Goodyear blimp is a joyride, but blimps in this country had a hard start. The disaster everyone has heard of is the Hindenburg. In 1937, while landing on the New Jersey shore, the famous Hindenburg flight came to a tragic end.
This is one of the worst catastrophes in the world.
35 of the passengers and crew died. But the Hindenburg was just one of a long list of disasters in the early days of these massive airships.
Oh, the humanity.
Moviegoers got a glimpse of the first blimps called dirigibles in this newsreel footage.
Beginning with the Roma in 1921, America lofted its first rigid, lighter-than-air craft. The Italian-built ship ended in flames at Hamden, Virginia, only a pile of twisted metal ribs being left behind as a memory. Then came the Shenandoah disaster. The first all-American-built dirigible was smashed to smithereens in 1925 after a crash landing in a storm. But undaunted, the United States placed an order for 2 more gigantic airships in 1928. The Goodyear Zeppelin Company went to work on them at an estimated total cost of over $7 million.
The first one built, called the Akron, had bad luck from the start.
One of its earlier flights was marred by a torn skin suffered during a heavy storm. Then in 1932, while trying to land at a field outside Los Angeles, 3 of the Navy ground crewmen were yanked up into the air dangling from one of the mooring lines. While horrified onlookers stood helplessly by, 2 of the men fell to their deaths.
The third survived after hanging onto the cable for over 2 hours.
In 1933, the Akron was lost in a thunderstorm off the New Jersey coast. Only 3 of the 74 crew members survived the crash. Its twin sister, the Macon, wasn't completed until 1933. But on a stormy day in 1935, just off the California coast, the Macon scattered its pieces over the blue Pacific.
The day of the dirigible had come to an end. Although the dirigible's destiny was doomed to failure, they helped pave the path for the longest-lasting airship, the Goodyear blimp.
There are now about 15 blimps floating above, most of them for advertising purposes. The biggest is Goodyear's Spirit of Akron, 206 feet long. Well, they don't need much of an excuse to party in Texas. That's the only way we can explain why they'd hold a festival honoring a nasty poisonous insect.
And the fire ants are now approaching.
They say an ant can't move a rubber tree plant, but maybe these guys could.
Wait, sugar.
It's the 13th annual Fire Ant Festival. Every year, the town of Marshall, Texas, is invaded by fire ants of all shapes and sizes. It's wild, wacky fun with something for everyone, from baby races to chicken chucking there's even a fire ant calling contest.
Hey! Come here, Mama, the hogs has got me!
And if that's not enough, how about a funny face-off that's bound to leave you smiling?
Get to him.
And we'll be right back.
Next time on Real TV, a news cameraman follows the cowboy cop all the way into a shootout. Next, Real TV. If you have Real TV, call us toll-free at 1-888-REAL-TV-1 or on the web, we're at realtv1.com.
Imagine a dishwasher with a self-cleaning filter that makes hand-rinsing your dishes obsolete. Imagine, too, if that same dishwasher held more knives and forks and adjusted to handle whatever you needed to clean. And if it could do all of this quietly, it would be this dishwasher, Kenmore, proven to clean better than any other. Shouldn't you consider the brand that's already at work in over 1 out of 2 homes in America? Kenmore. Come see the innovative side of Sears.
It's a snowy night over St. Louis. Hi, I'm Dave Murray. All eyes continue to watch a rather potent southern storm system, and this will keep us snowy overnight with an Arctic cold front rolling in on Thursday night. So tomorrow, snow comes to an end in the morning. I still like about 3 to 5 inches for St. Louis, a little more south of the St. Louis area. 30 for the high. Light snow, though, kicks back in on Thursday night, along with much colder air. Take it slow tomorrow. Good night, everybody.
Be on the lookout for these 3 characters, Mickey Mouse, Spider-Man, and Dave Murray. These 3 have been spotted in the new Fox 2 Total Value magazine with your chance to win a family reunion trip to Disney World. Join the Fox 2 Kids Club and register to win Dave's Severe Weather Survival Kit. Plus, look for value and savings from Value City Furniture, Varn & Sons, and Advanced Satellite. The Fox 2 Total Value magazine. Look for it. Credit cards, car loans, tax liens, judgments. First Greensboro Home Equity handles problem credit situations. Consolidate all your debts into one easy payment and save thousands. The no-obligation mortgage analysis is free and pre-approval is fast. We'll even turn your equity into cash if needed. So whether you want to purchase, refinance, or make home improvements, when the others say no, First Greensboro says yes. We do the tough loans every day. In Missouri, call 569-0332, or in Illinois, call 1-800-569-0332.
Promotional consideration sponsored by...
One loan, one payment each month, and nothing more. With a combo loan from the Money Store, you can refinance your mortgage and consolidate your bills. Call 1-800-LOAN-YES.
Aquafresh Whitening safely and gently breaks up stains to help get your teeth their whitest.
Aquafresh Whitening, safe to use every day for dazzling whiter teeth.
Closed captioning sponsored by...
Discover a whole new world online with America Online, the easy, fun way to explore. To get your free 50-hour trial with no obligation, call 1-800-328-2100.
And finally, if you're afraid of heights, you may want to turn away for a minute. A daredevil sees 2 skyscrapers and decides to walk a tightrope between them.
525 feet above the streets of Shanghai, China, a tightrope walker attempts to traverse 2 high-rise towers. Using only a balancing rod, 51-year-old Jay Cochran carefully makes his way between the Yuan and the Baoan buildings without a safety net. With every step, the Canadian circus stuntman battles heavy winds from the side. A crowd of 100,000 people anxiously watch as Cochran completes the 600-foot walk in 18 agonizing minutes.
Well, that's it for now. There's more Real TV next time.